It'll work.
Try now.
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
You should be loud.
I'm okay. I mean, it's not.
You gotta get close to the mic, like I told you last time.
I can't eat the mic, Kev.
Like that, yeah.
Does that sound better in your setup than it does in mine?
Yeah, these headphones are better.
Yeah, because I'm wearing COS.
These are my headphones.
Yeah.
Those are my headphones.
These are basically the worst headphones you can have.
Probably, yeah. Well, no, I mean they cover your ear. They're pretty nice, actually. For like
No, they're definitely not nice. They cover your ear. They feel plasticky and shitty, and they're not loud. And if I listen to music on these, it would sound awful.
I think you need long.
Do you have like Beats? What do you have over there?
These are I don't know. They're like.
If you were to guess,
They're
how
Bob
much is the
Marley
retail
style.
price on those headphones?
$6-7.
And I'm wearing $199. They gave them away at Delta on the airlines, and I kept them headphones.
Well, let's talk improvements. I mean, we got water.
No, we don't.
Don't
even talk. Don't even start with the water.
No, let's look. Let's look at what we were.
Are we recording? Is this going?
Yeah, we're going.
Okay. Well, okay, but
Feedback. The feedback from last night.
no. Well, hold on.
Okay.
I did not get any water because Minneapolis water doesn't get cold.
Okay.
Kevin stole all the ice for his Triple H, his HHA Super Sports Mega Water bottle over there. He stole all the ice. He cutely made some more ice, but obviously it won't be cold
It's
during.
not ready yet.
No, but I made more ice. Don't worry. And then I go to get water out of the sink, and it doesn't get cold because this is Minneapolis.
It's free water though.
Is it totally free? You don't pay
free
$1
water in
for it.
Minneapolis.
I'd rather pay $40 every couple months and get cold water out of my tap.
Everywhere, I suppose. Well, I'm sure it's not very.
He said, "Well, you can have the Nalgene bottle, the one that's in the fridge, pre-chilled, that someone may or may not have drank out of."
Actually, no, that one's still behind you.
Oh, okay.
This is different. It's behind the bike wheel.
Okay, so a different one.
Yeah.
But it's okay, so I don't have any water this time. I can't bitch about the drink that I have.
You can have some of this. If you
What's
like.
it? Oh, you got a little. Okay.
It's a spout. You can open it up. No, this is.
I'm not gonna give you COVID.
No.
You should give me that water bottle, and then I'm gonna throw in a batch here. Okay.
See, this is I guess. I like.
See, okay. Do we talk about this? This is an off-brand Yeti.
Yeah, we don't need to bring up the kind though. That's not what we're about here. But I like that one a lot. Tony got it for me.
What do you mean the kind?
The name of the.
Isn't it like it's a pretty high-end water bottle?
Yeah. Yeah. Best Buy water bottle.
Oh yeah. Who goes shopping for water bottles at Best Buy?
Well.
They're getting into the outdoor sporting markets.
Are they?
Best Buy. Yeah, we want to. Fuck, we can't sell VCRs anymore. So what are we gonna get into?
They probably have
water bottles.
Hat clip LEDs, hopefully, like this one.
They don't have that at Best Buy. And then I got my Marmot 10 from Best Buy. No,
Oh.
okay. I did not. I have a Marmot 10 actually. It's a 3-person, but it's really just because I like to go camp at the racetrack, get drunk.
Which they didn't have this.
No, it got canceled.
Super
bummer.
I really want to go camping. I got everything ready.
Kev, why don't you come to the racetrack?
That'd be sick.
Would you come up? Would you come up for race weekend? You'd have a fucking blast.
You'd need to.
I just dropped the whole 10.
You're gonna have to clean that up. That kind of added insult.
Here, we got you. Use those shoes that are on the ground by you. It's your floor. I'll put that back in there.
You can put these back in there too.
No, just eat them.
No, I'm not gonna. That's too many.
Just what? I put in 2 at a time every time. You can't do one chew. You got to do 2. Or just start chewing long cut.
Or don't chew.
Which is not an option.
It's
so
more difficult.
It's the hard way. See, I'm about the easy way, which is just the easy way.
The only way is through. So we still don't have a name.
We don't need one. Okay. Let's start at the top. I'm Fit Bob. This is Kevin.
Yeah.
I don't know what he goes by.
B and C. You're B, I'm C.
Alright, that'll work.
That's Tom, I'm Kevin.
Alright.
There we go.
Podcast about what we don't really know yet. But episode 2.
Episode 2,
Let's
baby.
kick this off
with
the list that we made on episode 1 about the improvements to the studio that have not even been remotely looked into yet. The sticky note actually hasn't moved since the last podcast.
No.
It's okay, because Kevin is the showrunner here, so that would be his responsibility.
I had a...
Kevin can direct very, very, very high value productions on the stage. But when it comes to his own basement studio, she's on the back burner.
We're walking before we're running. And
he likes that title more and more, which is for sure a fact considering
that's
that.
just the name of the first episode.
You know, it can be. You haven't even edited it yet.
Alright, so
have you edited it?
Edited?
Edited
what?
Edited the first episode.
There's no editing.
Well, have you like put it together? Like,
it's ready to go, yeah.
Okay, that's what I wasn't in like editing. I was talking like production value or like, you know, what is the next step before it like gets launched?
Check it out.
Like, what do you do?
What's
like,
the
you
next
record
step?
the material.
Great. Okay.
And
so
then what happens?
What do we do next, right?
Yeah.
We can write this down. So, I think we need like a little theme intro, kind of like song.
Sure.
And I don't know. These guys are dank. I don't know if they'd sue us for their money. It's called. I just heard them on Jazz 88.
Jazz 88. That's a Sirius channel?
No, that's a local.
I was gonna be like, cause I do listen to jazz and it's watercolors on Sirius XM. It's channel 66.
Right, but no, this is Penguin Cafe Orchestra.
All right, this is an all Callahan move here. We're just gonna tune in and see what he delivers.
Yeah, we're gonna see what goes down here. So, oh man, I love the look of this one. But let me see if I can just. So anyway, theme song. Well, kind of figuring that out.
This is your theme song?
No, but I just think we just need a little intro music. Because every podcast has a little like but we have to figure out our name first. So that's
this isn't CNN.
So first, well no.
Okay, so you want me to kick it off? It's like this is our EA Sports. It's in the game. You know, we can just kick it off with like something like that.
No, exactly.
You know.
This is some of that music.
I love that. EA Sports. It's in the game.
Right.
You know, we something really catchy like that.
They'd like try to like get money for us saying that.
Me?
No, we'd like be promoting that though, right? That would be like, hey,
yeah, it's EA Sports. And
They
they've
should
had
give-
that.
they
They've
should
had
give
that.
us money.
Dude, that's from the '90s, dude. When we used to fire up like Blitz 2000. You know, that was EA Sports. It's in the game. I love that. I love saying it too. It's so catchy. Why don't we come up with something like that?
We need to. That's what we need to come up with. Perpetuum.
Did you forget what it's called?
No, this is it. It's all crazy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. You know, I always like The Comet Is Coming. But I think we have to make one up. We have to like record a song ourselves that's original. Because that's what it's all about. Or we could like splice together some nonsense.
You know, like this is straight off my bangers playlist.
I got one better.
You know, like I don't know, just something you could chop this up.
The podcast. And you have like clips in the back like, get the fuck out of here, like.
You know, when I hear this song, I think
This
of just riding
chair-
my motorcycle because it's on my
chair
bangers
is
playlist.
bullshit.
But I got a lot like this, you know. Maybe start it right here, Kevin.
Oh, that's good, like an intro. Oh, we could have it like in the red corner.
Yes.
In the blue corner. It's time.
You know.
Pause it. I got one better for you.
No, I want to wait till it drops.
Is that it?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's not going yet, but it's
Anyway.
it's build up.
So I think
This is a banger song. It's like a 7-minute song by that's a Guru by Deadmau5, Kevin. That's a great that's a banging beat, dude.
This is the tune.
In the basement.
Here we are.
In the basement.
BNC Studios.
A basement studio. Oh no, you can't steal that. Oh.
Technically, just this part. We can just take this part. Just
dude,
that
this is dude.
That's just that part.
That
Just
would
take
be
that part, just
stepping
that.
on Salamander so bad.
No,
though.
but just this.
This is my favorite intro ever.
He
to
only uses the end of this.
He only uses the chorus.
Right, but this part we could use this, and have the intro. This is all he uses.
Let's talk about cars, yo.
And
I
he
love
really
that
only
shit.
uses the very end of the.
Is that his actual podcast? I think he did a lot of them in videos, but
No, it's a video channel.
yeah, it's a YouTube channel. But
Right.
but I'm saying he does do a podcast, or he does live when he gets all his folks together and they sit at the table and talk about cars, yo. You know, that's sick.
Who's the guy? Is Carlos?
Mm-mm. It's Salamander.
No, who hits it? Is it like Reggie?
Pedro.
Pedro! Hit Pedro!
Yeah, hit it, Pedro. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, you know. Ah, yeah. That's some good shit.
Let's talk about cars, yo. Hit it, Pedro.
So, alright, so we need a name. So, what would we need?
Go back to
put
the
it
list.
on?
We never got the list that we haven't done shit on. Go to the list. Just real crack it off and we'll talk about something.
We need to update the furniture.
Yeah, no shit. I'm
So
sitting on a
you
four-legged
said,
fucked up chair.
Another lawn chair. We could have brought the chair from outside.
We could have improved on this episode, but we did not do that.
No, it was kind of. I mean, it's late. You know.
What's time?
I guess.
I'm
So
not working
update the
till like
furniture.
Thursday at 9.
Yeah, neither will I. That actually exactly.
The only thing I have to do tomorrow is bring my motorcycle to St. Bonnie Motorsports to get dynoed. It's going to be a fucking fabulous day.
Sounds sick.
And probably go on the boat while they're fucking doing it. So
The roast pad. So when we get the couch upstairs, we'll bring the couch downstairs, and we'll have a roast pad.
Roast pad.
And then the chair. So that'll be nice.
I'm in.
So we can grill people. That was part of that.
Yeah. it's
We need a
awesome.
button.
Yeah, we need easy button.
Okay. And then.
Or a button bar would be great, Kev.
Oh, plug the camera in. I just remembered that the mic on the camera is not on, but we don't need that because.
Why?
Well, we don't have anybody like. We don't. The volume's on this thing.
Yeah, I know, but are these mics picking anything up?
No.
So when we
only
play
set
music
for
and
the-
shit, like ambient sounds aren't getting picked up?
Correct. No ambient sounds are getting picked up. Those
Okay,
mics are
that's
fine.
fine.
It's only these two mics, which is good because that means that like when the furnace goes on. Like it just
right there,
fucking-
dude,
yeah.
that was kind of scary.
Yeah,
When the furnace goes on,
Then it's not as. I mean, you.
it's not as intrusive. I like it. I'm in.
Yeah. So plug the camera in, and then the soundproofing material, man.
We need a lot of that.
It's basically just this kind of stuff. So if I can find a bunch of like.
That's exactly what it is.
All
Kev.
of them, you just need foam.
Like a big dead cat wall is all it's all you need to have.
And really, the podcast studio is going to go in that corner eventually.
We're not even gonna stay where we're at. We're gonna relocate this
Yeah,
bitch.
because I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not going to really need to open that door.
That's off camera, but
And even if
It's
I
a
do,
sad
what we'll
corner.
do is we'll have like a couch. We'll put the couch right against that wall, and then we'll have the chair next to it. We'll have like a table there, and like the ottoman will just be like right.
okay,
there.
where's the couch going?
That wall where all the shit is.
Okay.
And then I can probably just keep the skis and shit back there too. And we could hang something up there or something. I was thinking about putting like Minneapolis and St. Paul, the two cities I have, like on each side.
This is the MSSTP podcast.
It had to be.
MPLS STP. I think I said that wrong.
I would not want to like have the city. I mean, I'm cool.
Right now it's hard, but you do live in
No.
Minneapolis.
I love the city. I just mean like podcast subject wise. Like we live in Minnesota, but like I mean.
It's full as fuck 6 months a year. What else do you want to know?
Hey, we're the Minnesota podcast.
Yeah.
We talk about Minnesota things. That's not very
Don't you know where the fish are, yo?
Right. I haven't caught anything that lake. What else we got?
What lake? What lake? When's the last time you were fishing?
Let's call it the Diamond.
For real?
The Diamond Swamp. Not that long ago. I went out like last week. That real right there, bro.
All right.
In the Diamond Swamp. I can't catch shit.
All right.
There's big carp down there. Pre-cooled H2O.
Yes, pretty cool. We couldn't get that done this time.
I have an old mini fridge somewhere. The mini fridge. This is a good spot. Or like that. This right on the other side of this, where that outlet is. You know, perfect spot for a mini fridge.
Kevin, the floor's a ramp there.
So the mini fridge tips. We could put books under it. We'll we'll level it somehow. We can get the landlord in on that one. The level it with some books under it.
All right.
And then your own
We'll
headphones.
talk to him.
Your own headphones. That's all I got.
My own, yeah. You know what's so funny? I didn't ride my bike to work today, so I didn't bring my really good headphones like I had them last time.
But
and
like I
still
said,
use them.
like you need a cord.
Oh, this cord will reach. I mean, where's this cord going?
It's a long cord. That's why I like it. It's a very long cord.
Oh, it's jerry rigged over there.
Yeah, I mean.
It's got duct tape on it, Kev. My mic cord has duct tape on it.
Yeah.
So we're in the early
a lot of
stages.
tape.
How about a mic that actually like puts voice into my headphones?
So I saw.
Can I turn these up? Do these have volume on them? There's no way these have volume on.
I saw a microphone at Target. And I was thinking about buying it, but I don't know if it would be this quality or if it would be super cheap. See, this mic is perfect, but that mic was like a performance mic, and I think if I throw that pop filter on it, it would sound pretty good.
Kev, I'm wearing COS headphones. The only place we can go is up.
Yeah, I could get the mic I get.
Anything you buy is better than what you currently own. Literally anything.
So I should just get the Target mic for that mic.
No, dude, let's get like an SM50.
Yeah.
What do you have?
This is SM.
Oh, it is. Okay, I was just double checking on what you have. Oh.
But I would say.
I get Jude.
What I would say is get.
Oh wait, you can't even say that anymore. You can't say that. That was bad. That was bad. That was racially or.
It doesn't really matter.
That was insensitive.
I mean, my kid's gonna be Jewish. I'm dating a Jew.
Are you?
Yeah. She's Jewish.
Kelly Jewish?
Yeah. Moms are the Jew givers. So. Yeah, that'll be cool.
Are you gonna convert?
No, I don't need to. I'm basically, if you want to think of it this way, believe in everything. So.
I believe in everything.
There's no need to convert.
Convert.
Other than somebody officially entering me into. It's
Oh,
more
officially.
It's more their thing than my thing. Like if they want me in, I'm totally. Cool.
You're totally in. You're like if they want
But
me in, I'm in. I'm there.
But if I'm coming in, I'm bringing Atlantis with me and all that
Yeah.
stuff. I'd be like, okay, you know.
I'm bringing the heat, all of it.
The Gentiles get all that nonsense. But other than that.
Is that all that's on the list? That's it.
So,
Pre-cooled H2O and some
yeah.
chairs and a couch.
Yeah,
The roast bench.
Well, once we get the couch upstairs, all gravy, this whole place.
When is it happening?
I think we have it tomorrow. You know.
You have it picked out. Just go pull the trigger.
Yeah, we could just do it. I mean,
It's like buying a jet ski. You just gotta fucking do it.
But like the table, we need like a dining room table.
Okay, so you're saying you got priorities before couch because
Yeah,
you already own a couch. You
So
got a
that
fucking
said,
table so you can get a couch down here.
I mean, other than that, a new mic. Which what my point was, I would just get like the SM58 of recording mics.
That's an
Instead of-
SM57.
Well, no, this is technically yes, but you can get the ones that are like this. They're like the long ones. They're longer
Yeah.
here.
Can you hear me okay in your headphones?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can hear you okay.
Alright. Alright, so that's all we got on the
I'm
list.
also like touching my lips to the thing though.
Yeah, you're like eating it.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Yeah, I don't like put my lips like.
I don't want to do that.
What I do sometimes, I just put the tip of my nose.
How about the beard? The beard.
Yeah, that's kind of what I do. I don't like go that close. I just kind of like.
Your beard's like 8 inches, so
Yeah,
you're
that's
still
like
far
almost-
away when you hit the beard.
Yeah. Cool.
The studio.
It's
cool when you're in the studio. It's not that cool when you're
So Bob
at
came in
the
today.
studio.
Bob came in today. He wanted a river, so we went downstairs and he's like, I walked in. I looked at the studio. I was like, ugh. And I go, you know, the studio looks better when you're in the studio and not when you're looking at the studio.
I know. You walk by and you're like, the fuck is that table a couple mics doing there? Oh yeah, that's the studio.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah,
It's
it will
good.
be updated. We
It's
will
good.
get this. We will kick this boat, off the ramp.
And then,
you know.
ideally, as weird as it sounds, I could plug that thing right into a MacBook and then just record it like live into the thing so that it could be instantly uploaded.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, so I could just press play. Like once
We
we're
can
done,
just
we
stream.
press play.
Why are we just streaming? We should just stream.
I think on Spotify you can stream. On YouTube you certainly can't. You have to verify the live stream. And you don't want comments. Like we'd have to turn that shit off.
God, if we did like a Facebook Live, that'd be fucking kind of cool.
I hate it.
Why?
I just don't like Facebook.
We just do like a Facebook Live thing where
We could do.
we'd have to do it outside though.
Outside.
Yeah, so we're just chilling.
Oh, you mean if it was like a public?
Yeah, and we'd be like, oh, we're just hanging outside, you know.
Or just pick somebody.
If someone tuned in, like, we got to be like talking about something or showing something.
Well, that's the other part of the preparation. We'd have prep.
We'd have prep. Period.
Prep.
Yeah, we got to have that.
Well, we'd have a name for the show.
Yeah, I mean, well, it starts somewhere, right? How about name the fucking show?
There might even be a guest related to what we're talking about, right?
Right.
Like there's so many possibilities when, you know, if you can get the shit together.
Maybe I'll write down an interview question. I'll take a fucking huge leap and write down an interview question.
I mean, we can do whatever. I mean, like, so you love motorsports?
I love motorsports. I'm the motorsports car guy. I also love fishing and hunting. So I'm just not as extreme as some people. I like pheasant hunting and I like fishing for big tuna. I'd say big tuna, baby.
Big tuna.
Big tuna. Got a lot of trips under my belt now.
That's true.
Pretty fucking good now.
Yeah, I'd like to go with you sometime.
So, yeah, I mean, it was just years of collecting thousands and thousands of dollars worth of gear and buying reels for my dad. He buys reels for me, and we just collected so much that now we're fucking outfitted, dude. When we go, we're serious. We're just as competitive out of the boat as some of definitely the mid to high level people that are always out there. What?
What's the biggest tuna you've got?
Well, I won a jackpot a few years ago with the biggest yellowtail, because it's not a tuna.
When you said you won the jackpot, you mean like you
caught the biggest fish on the trip.
Oh, okay. That's what that means.
On day 2, it was a 2-day trip. Day 1 guy got a payout, and day 2 guy got a payout. And I won day 2 with a 44-pound yellowtail, which is not a tuna.
Okay.
It's in the jack family, so it's a totally different fish. But I've won it with a tuna before. It was only like, I think it was kind of a week trip. It probably was like almost 40 pounds. But it was a nice fish, and I probably won. Let's see, we've been fishing for like 16 years now, and I probably won at least 3 or 4 times.
Wow.
So that's pretty good. My dad's won a couple times. My dad hit it a couple times. My cousin Don has hit it countless times.
He's the guy.
He's unfucking real, dude. The guy can smell tuna. Like when he's on the boat.
Do they call him the big tuna?
They call him just Don. Another one. Don has another one. Don has another one. Yeah. It's unbelievable. And his friend Roper, the spinal surgeon Roper, he's also fucking incredible. They're also like fucking almost championship level like volleyball players. They got sand volleyball.
Oh, that's cool.
Don has a sand volleyball court at his like massive complex in Rancho Santa Fe. He's neighbors with Phil Mickelson. Yeah. His next door neighbor's Phil.
I like that.
I seen Phil drive by in his 430 Ferrari. I was like, oh look, that's fucking Phil. Holy shit.
Nice car.
Yeah, it was nice back in like 2009, but now he's probably got something way sicker. Anyway, that's my fishing experience. Hunting, it's just one kind of hunting, and it's pheasant hunting, and it's in South Dakota every fucking year. But you guys are going nuts because you're going to be like the hunting fishing guy. You used to be the theater movie guy. Now he's completely changed gears, and you're really you're deep into bow hunting.
It's archery really.
You don't. Yeah. You're into archery. You haven't bow hunted yet. But you're into archery, and so that's the ground level skills that you need to go and tackle something like that. This isn't pheasant hunting. You can't just load up your 20 gauge and go blast a couple birds, you know, in a fucking field.
Well, so I got a 20 gauge, and
I know.
I'm definitely gonna. My goal is to bow hunt. I'm going after whitetail this year. It starts in September.
If you want to have a lot of fun, Kev, let's just go blast some plays. I'm really good, and I can teach you.
Yeah, no, I want to shoot some shotguns because we're definitely going pheasant hunting.
Oh yeah.
And if you want to go after some duck, I'm down. But no.
Quack, 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 bang, bang, bang.
I'm not really into trying to take down like a buck or even like an elephant.
Here's the thing. I don't like venison. Don't ask me why. When they put it in sticks with cheese and peppers, it's fine. But I mean, I don't like a deer steak. Doesn't like get me excited. You know, so I don't care about deer hunting.
I watch a lot of those cooking videos, and there's like ways that you have to kind of pack it. And basically,
it's super lean meat.
If you pack it out wrong, and then if you don't cook it right, so basically, if you have like freezer burned steaks, it's not gonna taste good. You know what I mean?
That's true with any meat, though.
Right, that's my point. So you have to like kind of figure out what you're doing with the meat. You got to plan ahead. You got to kind of be a pro. So
we're making hamburger. We're doing sticks. We're doing steaks. Yeah.
Right. It's going to be kind of hard to do that. But the good thing is it's pretty routine. If I got a buck, especially in Minnesota, so you can't harvest a buck because of the disease.
What? In Minnesota?
You can't. From what I understand.
You can just shoot a buck just to put it on your wall, but you can't eat it.
No, you can totally eat it. It has to be tested.
Oh, well, that's easy.
So from what I understand, you can't quarter it. I don't think you can quarter it. there. I think you have to like bring the entire thing
To like a butcher.
to a butcher.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's just it sucks to like carry a whole deer out of
Some
the
people
bed.
process their own shit, but I think that's the nose.
Well, the problem is we can't. In Minnesota, there's that zombie deer disease. You don't know about this?
No, I'm wearing a Yamaha hat, Kevin.
So, honest to God, there's zombie deer disease, prion disease, it's brain disease, and basically it just like zombie disease. It's called that. It transmits through their saliva. So one deer that has it will be eating some grass, and then the next deer comes along, eats that same grass. All of a sudden, it's got the brain disease, these prions, and basically it rots them from the inside out. They get crazy and they get like very rabid and aggressive. So exactly what a zombie would be.
So none of the deer in Chanhassen have this, because they just walk up to my house.
Yeah, no, those are all good deer. The problem is they're worried about it making the jump to man, and then we have a real zombie disease. Because if you're eating the meat, and usually...
Has anyone actually eaten the meat and gone nuts?
No, because it has to jump to humans. So people can, you're not going to become a zombie. But if 100,000 people ate the meat, theoretically, and somehow
It
one
mutates.
of those, it mutates.
Okay.
Then,
Alright, I get it.
So you're trying to remove the possibility.
But it's
that-
never happened, so it probably won't happen.
Right, because you want to remove the possibility. So, to that point, you can't quarter a deer in Minnesota. So, you'd have to drag that whole thing to a butcher, it gets tested, and then if it's good to go, because the deer doesn't look like it's rotting from the inside,
Yeah, then you're fine.
then the guy's like, hey, I'm a butcher, let me do all this for you the right way. So that's the positive. So I'm going out for a whitetail this fall, and then Bone's got some crazy stuff going out west, but I think I'm going to stick in Minnesota. And then definitely hit.
Bone already bought his tags for like $1,000.
Yeah.
He got so excited he spent $1,000.
Well, this is the thing. He drew a tag in Idaho, which he didn't think was going to happen. He also submitted in Montana and paid the I forget what it
It's
is.
$1,000.
Well,
it's the triple kill. You get an elk, you get a deer, and you get like a bear.
Yeah, that's what he got.
You get like fucking some crazy. What is it? It's a deer,
Yeah,
two
he's
deer and
got-
a buck. No, elk.
No, he's got an elk.
Elk, deer, moose, or some shit.
I think the elk is the elk. I think the moose is like a moose caribou. I'm not.
Dude, they're hard to draw. He's lucky. I got a coworker
That's
who's
my point.
he's on year 3 and he's got 3 preferential points.
So that's my.
So basically they're guaranteed this year to draw one, but
Right.
he's like, dude, we went like 2 years
Preferential
without
points,
like we just didn't draw.
points. Yeah, so that's my point. Is he
On
got
the
lucky.
3rd year though,
So I
you're
think-
basically guaranteed.
Yeah, so that's the whole thing with bonus points. So Bone submitted that for Montana. So when he goes next year, when he submits lottery for next year, he has a bonus point and all that shit. So he
No,
more
he
likely-
got a tag.
He got it for Idaho, which he thought
We didn't get a
wasn't-
Montana tag?
No. So what happened in Idaho? He hoped he was going to get a Montana tag because guess who lives in Montana?
Yes.
Emily's uncle.
Yeah.
So like I'm gonna submit next year, and like hopefully whoever gets one, we're gonna go hunt with Emily's uncle who hunts elk in the fucking backyard. So like
If Bone gets a tag and you don't, can you shoot it and take his tag? Yeah, you can.
it's frowned upon, but yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're hunting with them, be like, Kev, take this. You know.
Yeah, I mean the way it works, ideally, let's
Do
pretend.
you hunt alone?
It's not frowned upon. It would just be like if me and him were hunting and we got one tag between the two of us, and if we got one elk between the two of us.
I wouldn't
we
want to
would
go unless I had my own tag.
I agree. That's usually what you do. But let's pretend. But you have to draw the tag, right?
Yeah, so you both have to draw them for next year.
Right. But let's say only one of us draws it. It doesn't matter. We're both going out there.
Well, then what are you gonna do? That's what I'm saying. You
I'm gonna
can't.
fucking listen to Emily's uncle and try to figure out how to be better and just follow him around. I don't need to fucking kill anything.
You just want to go and do the deal.
You want to go and see what he knows, and like if you ever draw a tag, well, hey, guess what? You've been there before, and you hung out with him before.
Great, you know
It's
what's
just
going on.
it's just
Yeah,
more
yeah,
success
yeah.
rate. So that when the once in a lifetime time you draw a tag, you don't waste.
No,
it.
it's not once in a lifetime, Cap.
Well, let's talk about it this way.
You draw a tag like every 3 years guaranteed.
All right, so Bo drew an Idaho tag. This is his first year. He's going out there, out west, place he's never been before. If he's successful, fucking great. If not, well, I mean, he had a great trip. But let's pretend you
It's
know.
a lot of time off to not bring back to kill.
Well, that's why he's scouting. He's going out there twice, I believe, to scout. He wanted me to go to one of them. I might. And so the scouting trips are important to make sure you're successful, right?
Yeah, but that's like a first year thing. After you go out and you take one down, next year you don't need to go scout. Like
Well,
you're,
you always
know the
need to
deal.
know-
You
no,
know.
because you could have gotten lucky.
It's like your first time going pheasant hunting. You're like really nervous to shoot a bird. The second time you go, you're like fucking blasting holes in the sky. It's great.
Sure. So I mean, deer are way more skittish, so it's apples and oranges.
Yeah.
But what I kind of mean is, Bones doing it because he drew the tag. You know what I mean? If he didn't draw the tag, he'd be like, it's not. He's making all the plans because he drew the tag. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Yeah. But for me,
yeah,
like,
he's
I'm
driving the
sticking
bus
around
on the
here.
trip too.
I'm gonna go by the St. Croix for. I'm gonna go scout it soon, and it's good for everything. That spot I was telling you about. So, whitetail, and then definitely fall turkey. Going after some fall turkey this year too. And that
Gobble,
I'm gonna
gobble.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get it with bow because we got a kid at the shop.
Bow's turkey hunting.
Hell yeah. And
That's a thing.
The kid at the so I have the blind and I have the 2 decoys. The kid at the shop, it's called running and gunning. Basically, it's just where you.
Is that the shop?
No. The shop.
That's a
is,
great shop name.
No, running and gunning is a term.
Yo,
used
where are we going? We're going down to shoot some guns. Where are you going? Running and gunning.
Specifically in turkey hunting, running and gunning, it means you're kind of mobile and you're chasing the turkey, and then you basically sit against.
Don't you want to sit down, call them in, set up your blind, pop out, and blast them?
Yeah. So
that's the whole thing. Calling them in. That's the
yeah.
Going for the kill.
Yeah. So the funny thing about
doing it
turkey,
for the. I don't know what the
So
song
you're trying
is.
to call Thompson, right? Tom, right? Tom,
Yeah.
the male turkey. And so the funny thing about what Tom does in mating season, the Tom makes noise, and then the hens come to him to mate. That's what happens in nature. So if I'm the male turkey, which again I'm hunting for, but if I'm the male turkey, I say gobble gobble gobble, and then the hens come to me because I'm the strong badass male turkey, right? So the fact that I'm trying to call in a male turkey doesn't make natural sense. So what I'm trying to say is a lot of time, let's say you're a hunter in the woods and you gobble, and then they gobble, and you're like, oh, I heard a gobble. I'm gonna sit against a tree and keep gobbling, hoping he's gonna come. The turkey probably walks away thinking, I did a great job. No hens came. I was gobbling my ass off. I even heard the hens. Me being a hunter sitting against a tree. But then the turkey's like, well, they didn't come. I'm just going to walk in this direction. Because to nature, he's like, where are the hens? They're supposed to come to me. So what you want to do in terms of how do you get the turkey to come to you, my advice would be, and this is why I'm going to leave the blind at home when I go out in the fall, I'm going to walk the fuck around until I hear a gobble. Then I gobble once, right? And I'm going to sit against the tree for 45 minutes, and hopefully that Tom was like, I heard that thing. I heard a hen over there, I thought, like once or twice. But it got really quiet. So, because it got quiet.
Then you go and find the turkey and you blast him.
No, then the Tom says, I'm going to go investigate what that sound was. Because I thought I heard a hen over there. Now, if you keep making noise, he's going to be like, great, come on over to me. I'm talking to you, come on over. But if you call once, and then he calls, and then you don't respond, and then he calls again, and you don't respond, he might be like, is she out of earshot? That sounded like a sexy hen. So maybe he's going to come investigate what you were. If you're you don't call 100 times. You call once, he responds, and all of a sudden you sit down for 45 minutes and hope he comes to investigate. If he comes to investigate, you got a dead turkey. You have a shooter plan. If he doesn't, whatever. And then that's what
comes to investigate, you got a dead turkey. You got the turkey.
As long as you can hit him. Now, let's pretend in archery season for fall, because obviously archery season's first. Let's pretend I go out 1 or 2 weekends and I don't get anything with my bow.
Then you give up. You
then
go ride your motorcycle.
Then I'm using my 20 gauge. Then once
I'm getting the guns.
Yeah, once
20 gauge again. You need a 12 for turkeys.
No, 20. Everybody uses a 20 for turkey.
See, that's why 20s are the fucking best.
Yeah, nobody uses a 12 except for like home defense.
See? 20 gauge is a rule. Everyone's like, you got a 12? I'm like, no, my dick's little, I have a 20. Everybody knows the deal.
That's a joke.
What? I mean, I just cracked it up.
Everybody knows the deal. But yeah, so, and then the 20 gauge, I want to shoot some birds this week.
For sure. God, that water is so great.
It's good water.
I'm gonna.
And then, but archery is just, fun. I went shooting today. It was a lot of fun. I was really feeling juicy today.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was really putting those arrows next to each other. Or I've got this thing, because I use back tension release, so it really maximizes the errors, or I should say it highlights.
Highlights your errors.
Form errors. And the good thing for that is when you really hit a good shot, like a perfect pure shot, it goes like dead center, exactly where you were aiming. So to feel that confidence. when
How
you get it
far
right-
away are you shooting at turkeys?
Oh, I probably won't do anything.
30 yards.
30 yards would be the max of the max of the max, I think.
And you're hitting like full size at like 40, 50, no problem.
So that goes back to the perfect shot. When I get that perfect shot, I mean that thing's right where I wanted. It's so pure, it sounds awesome, goes off perfect. But that's rare. Now, I can hit a paper plate at 60. Okay, I can put.
Yeah, but
six
a paper plate won't kill a turkey.
Exactly. So, but
I'm thinking 20 yards.
20 yards I can hit.
That's the kill range.
Yes. Exactly. And what I would do, I would put the. Not even kidding. I would put
60
the decoy.
feet. That's pretty good distance.
I know. So I would put the decoy at 10 yards.
Trying to think of how long 60 feet is.
20 yards is not easy, but I'm confident at 20 yards. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, do you see that target over there?
Yeah.
I'm
Those are all
pretty-
20-yard shots.
Well, I'm
Like
pretty confident.
that's a pretty big spread there, Kev.
See that red dot?
Yeah.
And then the black dot right around the red dot?
That was at 40.
I'm pretty confident I could shoot 20 right in that red dot, and I'm 100%.
I think I could shoot 20 in that red dot. What do you
Agreed.
think?
But I'm 100. But even with targets, like even with me,
You have
kinda
like ridiculous
scared-
sight on your deal.
Well, the sight's no big deal. 20 yards is this. I could. This is the thing with the bow. I have like a single pin adjustable, which I'm not going to take off. But honestly, this thing weighs 1/10 of what that weighs.
What is this?
That's a 3-pin sight.
Why are they lit up? That's sick.
Yeah, so that green sight at the top, that's 20 yards. So 0 to 20 is one sight. From 0 yards to 20
Do you have
yards
a sight
is
on your
20.
bow right now?
Yeah.
Is this the old one?
Yeah.
This
So
wasn't
that
good
one's
enough?
way lighter. It is good enough. For turkey hunting, you only need 20 yards, which is that green pin.
Okay.
And 0 to 20 is that.
What
Let's say
do you
that
have
20
on there now?
I have a single pin adjustable.
Okay.
So that thing goes up to like, however high, like 100 or 400. But I just shoot that thing at 60. It's the max I shoot right now. Like just go.
Is 100 yards like a competition level range? Do people do that?
Yeah, 100 yards is the pros show shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, so like the boys, two boys, the Mount Rushmore, two guys, two kings. Well, the three kings, in my opinion, are Cam Haynes, John Dudley, and Joel Turner. And
Are they all professional bow hunters?
Well,
They're
John
professional
Dudley.
they're professional archery shooters.
John Dudley is a gold medalist in compound bow archery. There's no Olympic sport for compound archery because, as I told you before, they shoot with their fingers. It's traditional archery in Olympics.
Yeah.
They look like tree frog hands, like it's just kind of different. So John Dudley is a champion, a former champion archer, traveled the world, and he's knock-on archery. So his silverback release is
Knock-on archery.
Yeah, and his silverback release is what I use. So he's the grandmaster. And then there's Cam Haynes, who's basically the bow hunter Yoda.
Yeah, I remember he had a show I watched.
Yeah, Sportsman's Channel. He was on the Sportsman's Channel.
Yeah.
But Cam runs a marathon a day up and down a mountain, and he shoots. His whole thing is like at 100 yards. Like he says, he shoots 100 arrows every day or whatever the hell. And but sometimes he'll go out there and he'll be at 70 yards. I think he likes 70 is his kind of thing. And he's like, if he shoots 6 arrows at 70 and they're just perfect, he'll just go home because he knows he's got it for the day, right? So like Cam's like, if he's shooting 100, it's just to kind of get his bullshit out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he set up 180 yards one time, and he was just like, you want to be at an uncomfortable distance. And to him, 180 yards is like, that's long, but I want to practice.
That's insane.
I want to practice at 180, and he was hitting the target, right? But he's like, I'm trying to be, like 180 to him is like, this is kind of like uncomfortable, which is hilarious, right? So that's him being like, I'm kind of practicing my uncomfortable range, because then when something's 100 yards, it's not a big deal. And that's Cam. You can hit it.
What's the longest you've shot? Like 60?
No, 80. I shot to 80. Yeah. But 60, I shoot.
Were you
60
hitting
every day.
anything at 80?
Yeah. Yeah.
You got paper plate?
No, I can hit a paper plate at 60.
You can't hit a paper plate at 80. That's pretty.
I don't have. I could if I just sighted it correctly. I don't think I could hit the paper plate at 80. I think I'd be bigger than that. You know.
Like a piece
The
of ham.
spread would be a little bigger because every time it just gets so maximized.
Right, right.
you know.
Yeah, like the variables exponentially grow.
Yeah, exactly. The wind, everything gets a little more, but perfect conditions. You know, I knew what I was doing. I mean, I could. If we were out there all day, yeah, I could get a paper plate at 80. No big deal. If we were there all day, like let's say 2 hours, I could probably do it.
Right, yeah.
If my arms don't get tired, which they shouldn't, yeah, 2 hours you can probably do it. Because you're just sitting there trying to figure it out. You get calm and then whatever. The point is, when you're sitting or hunting or spot and stalking, or I'm waiting for a turkey, I only have one shot. That draw has to be nice. I have to feel good, and I have to not panic. Everything has to go good, right? So my practicing is trying to make sure all that's good, so that I don't fuck it up.
Do you want to like hit it in the head?
Right below the neck is where I want to hit it in the heart, ideally. That's
a pretty small target, the turkey heart.
They like to say
turkey hearts are like this big, Kev.
Well, there's a gizzard. There's a lot of lungs. It's heart lungs. But you're right. It's actually the size of it's a little larger than a quarter. So a lot of people, when they're shooting,
you smoke that turkey. Thanksgiving dinner, baby.
20 gauge. They tell you to aim for the middle of the neck.
Yeah, it'll blow it away.
They'd say break the neck. They'd say, hey, you want to be aiming so you hit the gizzard, but they'd say aim a little north, so that even if you miss, you break the neck if you have a gun. Oh, sorry, asshole. Shoot him in the asshole with the arrow. That's a really good spot.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Shoot him right in the ass. A lot of people, they only do ass shots for the turkey.
They're going to turn around, they blast it in the ass? That's kind of cheating.
Yeah, it's the same as shooting.
Look it in the eye when you kill it.
Because all a turkey is a big cotton ball. So if you miss it, or you don't hit it like right, I mean that.
It'll just go through the feathers or whatever.
Yeah, that arrow's just gonna go through the feathers and just, see ya. I mean, a turkey's this big. It's not like a ton of meat, you know. There is like in the legs and the breast.
Golden plump turkeys are like this big.
Well, yeah, but that arrow's gonna go through that white meat.
It's a wild turkey though. They're way leaner.
And if it, unfortunately,
this
is what people forget is when you're hunting, you don't just like you're not trying to like just shoot an animal and like hope for the best. Because let's say you just like nick it. That animal's injured, so that means something's going to kill it, like a coyote, or something's going to get it because it's injured, and you're not going to get it because it's going to go far away.
Oh, I get it. You want to definitely get the kill shot.
You want to kill it, and then that way, hey, painless death, like you gave it the quickest death it's going to get in the wild.
Yeah.
And then you can respect it, eat it, make it a part of your life.
Yum.
And then when you go to
deep fried turkey, one of the best foods in Minnesota.
Big time. But yeah, so that's my jam. And then jujitsu, obviously.
And hunting. Oh yeah, but you don't hunt yet. You just archery.
I just want to camp, man. I want to go camp.
Let's go camping.
I just want to get outside.
I claim to be a camper, but really what we do is we go camp at a racetrack with a bar and grill for 2 days or 3 days, 2 times a year.
Usually great weather.
Great weather. We don't even go.
Yeah, there's no rain.
No, if there's rain, there's no racing, so why go?
Right. So to that point, like.
I mean, they race a little bit in the rain, but like they won't like do hardcore time attack in the rain. Maybe they do. I don't know. When it's raining, we're not watching racing, or we didn't go because raining sucks. It rained on us once, and we just hung out at the camp and got drunk. Yeah. And then when they started racing again, like the drag strip's not going on when it's fucking pouring rain, and that's like good shit.
I was checking out tree saddle hunting. Kind of on that now.
Do you have a tree saddle?
No.
I want to hear about the time when you go hunting for the first time. You haven't even been hunting yet. We're talking this is basically a fucking hunting podcast, and Kev hasn't even been hunting.
No, it's all been practice.
This is an archery, and
it's all been practice. You have to practice. I mean,
we've got to go shoot clays, man. You got to get ready for the fall, dude. You're taking one trip this year.
I can't wait to shoot clays. I'm not too worried. I think the archery is incredibly.
You know what's kind of shitty is pheasant season's going to be right after your kid's born.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, you can probably get one weekend.
Yeah, maybe one, maybe not. Doesn't really matter to me.
Right.
I'll be busy. Got plenty more time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd love to do an early season archery hunt before gun season, and then I would love to do just like a late, maybe with snow on the ground, whitetail one. Really
I'm for sure not doing hunting again when it's cold and there's snow, especially after this year. Like I didn't know South Dakota could get that wet.
I have some gear that I would love to try.
Yeah, I suppose if I had muck boots this year, it would have been fine, but I'm just not. I'm gonna definitely call ahead and be like, what's it looking
That's
like?
what Ranella says. Ranella says
If the corn's
they
still
can
up,
lose
by the way, if the corn is still up, I'm not going hunting. South Dakota, dude, you gotta have the corn gone. Corn was all over the place this year, and it was wet, cold, shitty, and we barely killed anything.
Yeah, corn's got to be cut. And then
I think I shot 3 birds in 2 days. Like, that's horrible.
And then that's when the birds and everything comes, because once the corn's cut, all the seeds have fallen. You know, so it's easy to pick them up off the ground. The deer like that too. So ideally, right when the harvest is, like right after the fields get cut, that's when I'd like to go out for my late season whitetail.
That wouldn't even be late season.
No, it'd be like mid-season.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What is that, like late September? November?
October, yeah.
Is it October? Yes, it'd be mid-season.
Depends on when the fucking corn comes up. I think pheasant season's like the last week in September.
Hey, it snows in October, man.
Yeah, South Dakota's fucking crazy. 2 kinds of weather, cold and windy, hot and windy.
Yeah.
Learned that from the guy.
No, but I just got gear that I'm just like ready to use.
Yeah, that's true. That's fun.
And I got this. It's funny as it sounds. I got this like.
It's like souping up your motorcycle in the wintertime. It's fucking horrible.
Yeah.
You do all this work and you're like, I'm so ready to fucking go, and you're looking outside, it's a damn blizzard.
Well, that's what I was excited about. Like I was gonna do the turkey hunting thing. It's just we couldn't camp because of the whole COVID thing. So.
That's so retarded. It's the most ridiculous thing ever.
I know you can't camp, but
I can't camp because of cold.
Making
like
excuses because
camping.
at the end of the day, just wake up at 3:30 or 4 o'clock. It was only a 30-minute, 45-minute drive to where I was going to go. But the problem was I hadn't scouted it, and I was literally going to go someplace I hadn't really seen before, walk out with blind, and then like set up somewhere and wait for a turkey to come before the sun rose. But my perfect plan, right? This would have been the perfect plan if I could have camped. I would have got there on like a Friday night, or like afternoon, and then I would have just had the car parked or whatever, or the campsite kind of figured out, like just quick, doesn't really matter. Go out, set the blind up, and like figure out where these turkeys are roosting, right?
They don't fly. Why are you looking up?
They roost in trees, dude.
Turkeys?
They fucking climb trees and roost up there. That's how they don't die from a coyote at night.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I know, isn't that interesting?
I'm learning about
turkeys. Turkeys like hang out in trees, man. It's like those.
I didn't think I thought they were ground birds.
Minnesota state tree, the red pine, great tree for turkeys. So anyway.
Turkeys roost in trees.
So anyway.
I'm learning
you figure out where the
shit.
roost is. You figure out where the roost is, and then you call. And you kind of figure out what the roost is, and then you set your blind up.
You just do your thing.
But you set your blind up the night before, and you say, oh, when these turkeys wake up at daybreak, they're going to fly down. And they don't care about blinds. As long as you get in the blind before they wake up, they're not going to be like, oh, there's a blind. This blind got set up yesterday. They're not like that.
They're too stupid, dude.
It's not going to register. So they go to sleep, and you're like setting shit up. They'll be like, whatever. As long as you're quiet. And then in the morning, if you sneak in there at 4:30, you go sneak in there. Kind of tired, maybe put some like YouTube on your headphones or whatever, just kind of chilling. And then that light breaks, and then you just do a little call, and you're right under them. You don't even have to call if you don't want to. They drop down, and if you're in the right place at the right time,
you blast them.
That would be my perfect goal. That's what I was gonna do. With the blind, I have 2 fucking decoys.
It sounds so easy.
Well, I mean, again.
It's so easy.
Again, I never.
And then we're gonna get them.
Well, see, this is the thing.
All you do is go out there, set the blind up, call once, and then you blast them.
Well, I was confident that
we're done by noon.
I was confident that
all wrapped up.
This is what I was confident in. I was confident that if I scouted, I might have not found a roost, but I could have found a spot to put the blind that I could have, based on what I've researched, I could say this spot, I could sit here and determine if this spot is good or bad, right? So,
I mean, yeah.
So, hey, if I could have sat there for the entire day, so I scouted it the night before, I would have put the blind up, and then the next day I would have went out there, and I would have said, okay, I'm going to be here all morning.
Is this what they say to do? Is this like textbook turkey hunting?
Yeah, it's textbook. So then I would select the area right the night before. I'd say, okay, and ideally there's a roost that I found that I'm going to put my blind literally under.
Yeah,
under that tree.
I'm there.
Ideally right at a place where there's a break. It doesn't have to be, but like if there's a woods and then prairie, if you're on the edge of it, that's like where they like to go, right?
Right.
But let's say screw all that. Here's the roost. We're going to put it right under. You wake up in the morning. Let's say, you called and you heard like 6 turkeys, but nothing ran in front of you. All I say is, okay, where were those turkeys? Were they around me? Great. Like, I know there's turkeys in the area. It's a great spot. I should come back. Maybe I just set up 100 yards to the left or 100 yards to the right. Who the fuck knows? Or I hear nothing. There's been no turkeys in the area, and I say, well, maybe there's no turkeys here. I should try someplace else, you know. But now I've got a whole new strategy. I'm just gonna run and gun, which I'm gonna have my bow.
Run and
super,
back to the run and gun.
Super ultra lightweight. I'm gonna have the most lightweight because it's gonna be warm for fall turkey.
Hopefully,
sure.
hopefully.
And even if
Minnesota,
it's not,
you never know.
Sweatshirt. A sweatshirt is all I need. I'm gonna have a light pack. That pack's gonna be too big for what I want to do.
Camo sweatshirt.
Yeah, camo sweatshirt. I'm probably just gonna have my I'm gonna get like a very lightweight turkey vest, and that's probably just gonna be my pack. And very lightweight with the bow. I'm gonna rock with my calls, and then once I hear, I'm gonna post it next to
Kelly?
Oh, she is from. Did you hear her say honeysuckle?
No.
Just Bob's. Oh, you're in her spot.
I am.
Yeah. We can move her car later. It's fine.
Oh shit.
It's fine. I'll move her car later.
Where's her car at?
Probably just in the car.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be the scheme. I'm just gonna go in the woods and hopefully hear something. When I hear something, I'm gonna get close to it and then try to make it happen. That's what the kid did. And all the advice they're saying, if we're talking like advice, like basic advice would just be like, hey, move around. Don't be. You can't. The whole old school mentality was you sit in one spot and you wait. That's like hunting forever, thousands of years. Is like I'm gonna sit, especially European white hunting. I'm gonna sit in one spot and wait. Unless you have dogs and you're like chasing the foxes on your horses, right? But ideally, it's like I'm gonna sit in a tree and wait for something. But the more, let's call it athletic hunting, would be like, hey, I can walk a lot and carry stuff.
You can cover a lot of ground.
I can cover a lot of ground if I'm healthy and can move.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have more success if you can creep close enough to the animal to get it.
Especially bow hunting, you gotta be getting in that 20-yard range.
Yeah. But that's the good thing about bow hunting is, hey, you have to.
Are they fast? Like if they see you, are they gone?
Turkey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Turkey are quick.
Turkeys.
And it's their environment. Like you can't like chase a turkey. You can hide real easy. It won't.
Yeah.
But you also can't like shoot a turkey on the run. Even if you had a shotgun, like they're out of range really quick. And like talk about trying to hit a moving turkey. You know.
So has Bone been turkey hunting yet?
No, I don't think so. He tried.
Gotta give him that.
From what I understand.
Gotta give him that. Everyone's getting into hunting. I'm just stick with my one kind of hunting.
I told you it's just archery. It's cool.
It's archery, but it's getting you into like.
You're into.
You want to use this skill for something, and I get that. Like you put a lot of money in it, you put in a lot of time, and then you're like, okay, now what? Am I just gonna shoot arrows at a fucking hay bale for, that's all of it. That's forever, you know. No.
But no, I like the fact that I ate ground beef today, for example. It'd be really cool if I had.
Yeah, if you had some of your own shit.
Just I would know where it came from. I'd feel good about the. It also would be a task. I haven't shot a deer before. I think it would be really hard for me, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Bambi.
Yeah, it's.
But it's part of those things where if I'm gonna eat this meat, I gotta
You gotta be okay with it.
I gotta figure out what that feels like and also appreciate it.
Yeah, if you go eat a steak, you gotta be down with the fact
I want to appreciate it.
Yeah.
And then if I'm eating that food, I just feel like I'll have a very positive feeling about what I'm consuming.
Lord knows we're not gonna go cow hunting. So you've just got the next thing that's wild that isn't on a farm is
right.
a deer.
You can get you can get a ranch, have a cow, and do your thing. But or you go to the farmer that has.
I shot the cow. Let's eat some steaks.
I mean, I do that too. Like if I got advanced enough, what I'd do is just to be absolutely silly, I'd find a farmer that has meat, and I'd trade him elk meat for his meat. I'm sure he likes elk meat.
We had some steaks when we were out in South Dakota, some elk steaks. Oh my God, they were fire. Tony will attest, they were unbelievable.
If I had a perfect scenario, right? See, there's whitetail in Minnesota, it's great. I think whitetail's a little gamey from what I hear, like venison, right? But I think it's all about how you cook it. So if I figured out how to cook it the right way, like all these people I hear tell me, and when I see the food, it does look really good.
Yeah.
Then I think it'd be fine. But ideally, it'd be sick as fuck to go somewhere every year. Ideally, get an elk that's unbelievably ambitious. But if you had an elk every year, like Joe Rogan gets an elk every year, hopefully.
Does he hunt? He hunts big time.
Yeah, I mean he's been hunting for 8 years, 9 years now.
Archery.
Yeah, he's a big bow hunter.
I have a feeling that a lot of your hobbies and shit have come from Joe Rogan.
I know it sounds that way. With like,
it totally does. It's like, well, I want the Joe Rogan experience. Now I'm archery.
Well, so I got okay. Let's just clear this up right now. So the jiu-jitsu thing, like I kind of got into Joe Rogan.
That was Joe Rogan.
No, because I got into jiu-jitsu, I got into Joe Rogan. Those two, because I got into jiu-jitsu because so in college, doesn't matter, but when I started, so
just skip that part.
Okay, fine. My boy Dylan did jiu-jitsu. I was always interested. And I used to.
Dylan from Mister?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So he's a brown belt now, but he always did it. We always talked, and I always had this kind of very, very high interest where whenever we hung out and didn't talk about music.
He's an incredible musician too.
Right, and when me and Jock were doing our thing, right, he was doing his thing, so we would play in a lot of shows together where he was doing his shit, he was doing his solo stuff, me and Jock were doing our thing. So I got to talk to him a lot just when we were doing music together, and we never talked about
Who was
music.
all in Mister?
Well, I mean, that band was kind of done by the time me and Jock were doing our thing, but it was him, then Cooper Kid, Paul Spring, who was the man, and then I forget who played drums, Grant something. It doesn't matter, but
It was a good band.
It was a good band. But me and Dylan, we never talked about music. We always talked about jiu-jitsu.
Oh, really?
And by that, he started Muay Thai. So he would talk to me about that shit too. And I had as good of a terrible understanding now, but because I won't like know what I'm talking about now. But I knew enough where we could talk UFC and stuff like that because I was always interested in that. And then when I moved from Chan, because I was running in Chan, when I moved to Richfield, I just didn't want to run around there. There wasn't the stoplights. I can't run with stoplights and shit.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what to do, and I had this is actually what did it. I'm not even kidding. I saw the movie Southpaw with Gyllenhaal and Rachel McAdams.
Okay.
And it's about boxing, and I used to box with Dolsky and shit.
Yeah.
Me and Anderson, he brought me to like the guerrilla combat sports. So I'm watching this movie, and there's just this like discipline element. Like I love the movie, great, but fantastic movie.
Yeah, whatever.
Heart-wrenching.
Okay. Yeah.
But and Forrest Whitaker's the trainer in it, and there's just this discipline element that I like. As silly as it sounds, it's very Jedi-esque. Like I don't like working out, but I like doing stuff that's like moving.
Yeah.
So I saw that movie and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try jiu-jitsu because I think I'm pretty sure that's the most efficient martial art. So I just picked it because me and Dylan always talked about how it was the most efficient martial art.
Right.
So I just kind of knew. And then as I started going to apparently the best jiu-jitsu school in Minnesota, which it's crazy how lucky I am. All of a sudden, I started doing jiu-jitsu podcasts instead of listening to Caveman. Because he had all these jiu-jitsu guys on that I just learned about. So all of a sudden,
fresh, yeah.
So I would type in Joe Rogan, because who had the interview? There's a 3-hour interview from a super awesome jiu-jitsu guy that I just learned about, and I'm at work where I used to listen to Caveman for 3 hours. This is perfect.
Right,
so
yeah. It works out.
So then, all of a sudden, I fell in love with Joe Rogan, because he's the man. And obviously agree with like
he's cool as fuck.
99.9% of everything he does. And
I think he's into cars too, actually.
Oh, he loves cars. He's a huge gearhead. Oh yeah, him and Schaub, like you guys, you'd be a good company. But then Tony gets a fucking bow, and meanwhile, I'm going back to this discipline thing with jiu-jitsu. I started seeing like campaigns pop up on Joe Rogan's podcast, because I didn't know about John Dudley until I started getting into archery. But like Cam just had this thing, and then they were bow hunting, and I was just like, archery's really cool. Like, and Cam always said, and John says it too. Like, when you think archery, you always think of like, oh yeah, we did that in school. And that was pretty fun. Like, that's all you think.
Sure.
And it's true. It's just super fun to shoot a bow. And once Tony got a bow, he's like, you have to get a bow. And I'm like, oh, like Joe Rogan talks about bow hunting all the time. And Tony's like, dude, like you have to hunt with me. You have to get a bow. It's sick. And so he kept kind of bugging me, but at the same time, I was listening.
He still won't buy a motorcycle.
Right.
Tony, you should get a motorcycle again.
Well,
we're going bow hunting.
He probably spent as much. He's probably not
at
even
least,
up.
dude. Yeah.
Dude, he's not even up to motorcycle expense yet.
Yeah, he is.
No.
$3,000. He's there.
You have like a $7,000 motorcycle.
More, but you don't have to have that, Kev.
You would be.
They're out there.
I guess.
Dude, Tony's last motorcycle, that 600 F4i, that was only like $3,000, $3,500.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, then he was just like, hey, whatever. And then I just went to that. Basically, I saw that there was a reasonably inexpensive way to get into it, and I was always interested. And then once I got into it, then it was this rabbit hole. Now I have a new sight, new stabilizer. I love it. Now I want to bow hunt because that's kind of what happens. You kind of want to.
And now you just have to go bow hunt.
Yeah, this is the final step. I have to wait for the season to start. You know. Spring Turkey, I was so excited for. It was going to be like, I'm going to go out there.
Then they're like, no, you can't do it. COVID.
Well, no, they were just like, no, you can't camp. And so that just
that just ruins it.
lessens
Yeah,
the
fucking
ability.
ruins it.
Because I have to wake up at 3:30.
Especially where you want to go, you want to get the boat ride, right?
Well, this is
Oh,
my
okay.
scheme with the boat ride. That's a big, beautiful scheme.
What is that hunting for, though?
Everything. We can do whitetail.
Oh, okay, alright.
It just depends. And I'm going to go scout that like all summer. I'm going to check that whole place out so I know exactly where I want to go, when I want to go.
If
So,
it's
like,
public
whitetail-
land, though, you're going to have to get there early. Holy shitballs. There's 100
Yeah.
people swarming.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why, for example, like I said, the north and the south, that north
Yeah.
part's archery only.
Right.
So I want to like scout out the entirety of archery only and know that at least really well. And actually, I want to stick only there, all whitetails, early season. And then let's say once
You can probably get
season
one.
starts, then maybe
Minnesota's guaranteed tag, isn't it?
Maybe. Oh no, over the counter, yeah. Or not, maybe not over the
What is
counter.
it, like 30 bucks or some shit?
Yeah, it's like 25, 30 bucks. per
Yeah, so
resident.
you have no reason not to make sure you get that. This chair is it's extra shitty still, but it's a lot better than when it was on the hill.
Yeah, I'm sure the hell didn't help.
No.
Well, I mean, man, we fucking, damn, 1 hour. We actually did a perfect hour.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 1 hour, 1 minute.
I'm
We were on it, yeah. Well, we'll wrap it up. We'll come up with some prep next. So we'll make a little list.
Make a list.
Prep. We'll have some water. We can only really focus on 3 things. So we'll have some prep. We'll have some water. What else do we need? A new mic.
New mic.
Is that good for you? Those 3 things.
That's it.
Then you're gonna bring headphones next time.
I'll bring it. I'm gonna bring my IEMs.
All right, this has been B and C. Tom and Kev doing
B and
some
C.
weird stuff. We still don't have a name, but we'll figure it out. And by the time we figure it out, it'll have a name, and you'll be listening to it, wondering why we have.
And we need music.
Oh, and
Just an intro song.
We'll come up with that like right before we start next time.
Yeah.
All right, so
We can just change that up too as we go.
Well, yeah. I mean, literally, it's just every time you do it.
Yeah. But if you do have something set up, you can just go bang and then do it.
Right. It would be really easy to do that too.
It would. It would be easy.
We just gotta make sure it's public domain too.
Right.
That'd be important. So you'd be like called.
Next time we have a podcast, let's talk video games.
We can do that.
Let's do that.
Alright, we'll do. I got a lot. I just got Knights of the Old Republic.
Ooh.
I just want to talk about that too. I
Throwback.
put it on the TV. Hell yeah.
Okay, so you got it for PS4?
No. Computer.
Oh, you're a PC gamer now?
Knights of the Old
What are you
Republic.
running these
Knights
days?
of the Old Republic
Talk to
is
me about your.
only on Xbox.
It was only on Xbox.
Correct.
Now it's
So
on
there's
PC?
no- It's always been on PC. PC and Xbox. Microsoft.
Oh, right, yeah.
It never was on
What are you running for a gaming computer?
my MacBook.
Oh, yeah,
Just
so
on
it's
a
not a
stick.
gaming computer.
No, it sucks.
But it's not a game that requires a lot of horsepower to
No,
really
it's
kick
2000
off the ground.
2009 game.
Yeah, your MacBook's
The
fine.
MacBook's fine. And it's on Steam, so it's fine.
Alright,
All right.
Scarlet Fire!
See you guys.
You got a little remote for your camera. That's the